Hello, hello, hello. How are you, my friends? Hi. Boy, weather is the hot topic here, isn't it? From my little early birds here. And the weather is crazy. So there's a good reason why the weather is the hot topic. Uh-huh. How the heck are you? Hello. I'm so glad to be here. Just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! Boy, I know a lot of you got to hang out with me yesterday, which was very fun in the webinar. I have a free webinar I'm offering called Busting the Big Myths about Dressing a Loom. So I know I saw some of your pretty faces there. And maybe I'll see some of you today at 2 o'clock. Woohoo! Yes! So just lay it on me. How are you? How are things? What is happening? It looks like a lot of you are really bundling up, which as you should, because it is, yeah, it's kind of icky here. As a matter of fact, I was laughing because I try to typically match my lipstick to my outfit, but I was like, I'm going to need a bright red lipstick today because it is a dreary stinking day. So we're going to need some bright red lips. That was the order of the day, my friends. So let me say hello to some of you beautiful people. I know I saw Jennifer Fowler on very early. Anne is here from Cyprus. Hello, Anne. I hope you're doing well. Alex is here. Carrie is here. Yeah, Carrie wins the award for most dedicated fan. She stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning to watch the webinar yesterday. Oh, Carrie, you're the best. You're the best, my friend. Let's see. I think I saw Ernie snuck in here. Ernie's in Flagstaff today. Snowy Flagstaff. I love that. Lori is on. Hi, Lori. Someone, is it Russian? What is your name, my friend? Let us know. Just said hi. Let's see who else is with us. Carla's here. Hi, Carla. Oh, pardon me. Note to self: don't inhale when you're trying to swallow. That's just life lessons. Connie Peterson is here. Connie says good morning from 0 degrees in Minnesota. Connie, it is coming my way. Now I know you'll always be colder. You'll always win in a battle of who is colder, Minnesota or Northwest Indiana. You'll always win there. But we're supposed to see single digits and crazy, crazy cold coming up very soon. Who else is on? Oh, Maureen's on and Sherry is on. Sherry, I'm so glad you're on. Hold that thought. Ellen is here. Hi, Ellen. Ellen was the first one in yesterday for the webinar, which, thank you, my friend. That was such a sweet moment. First of all, it's so fun to see all of you kind of regulars in those kind of special events. It just makes me feel like, just talking to friends. There was a lot of people on that webinar yesterday, which was awesome, which is very, very fun. But it was a lot of newbies. So you know how it is when you're just like meeting someone for the first time. It's a different vibe than it is when you have, you guys, right? Who else? Sam is on. Sam says, this is fabulous, Sam. I've heard rumors of a thing called the sun. I think it's a myth. This time of year, it's so rare, isn't it? Yeah, it's gray. It's been gray for about 65 weeks now. Yes. Sue Ann is on. Sue Ann says, hello from Seattle, where it's colder than usual and about to be colder still, and maybe even get some snow. That's the thing that always surprised me. I have friends in Seattle, and she's like, it doesn't actually snow that often, which is funny. It's snowing where Sam is, though. Yes. Hello, Lanita. What a pretty name. Athens, Alabama. I love a good Southerner. I lived in South Carolina for years, so I have a very soft spot for that part of the world. Let's see. Okay, here's Ernie. Ernie's got plans. Heading to Quartzsite, that's a great name, in southern Arizona today. Warmer temps and no snow. As much as I love snow, it'll be good. Be good to get out of the snow. I understand that. Yes. Yeah. Hello. Oh, Donna's on. Hi, Donna Hobson from Michigan. Hello. How is everyone? By the way, I'd like to take a poll. Who here has made soup in the last week? Show of hands. Show us. Let me see them. Who's yes. I know for not all of you it's not crazy cold, but a lot of you it is. Let me know who has made soup. I made a lentil soup in the crock pot. It was delicious. It was also gone in very few days. So let me know. Maureen is like, yes, I have made soup. Sam says yes to soup. Right. It's that time of year, isn't it? And I love soup. So this is perfect. I'm all about it. Ellen too. Yep. This is a soup making season. That's really what they should just call it. Right. Yeah. Hello, Lori Klein. She says Arizona is freezing too. Currently traveling south to Tucson. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Ernie made a split pea in his Instapot. That's brilliant. Oh, Carla also made lentil soup. See, it's a theme. Jody made wild rice mushroom. That sounds delicious. Hello, Tiffany Capel from Central Wisconsin. Yeah. Carrie says I opened a soup packet if that counts. You know, girl. You know that counts. Of course it does. Whatever it takes. Add a little hot water. Whatever. Yep. It's all good. Yeah, soup season for sure. And by the way, I learned some quirky, weird kind of trivia for you. Here's the trivia. I had hello, Laura Miser. I'm using your mug. Woohoo! You see my lipstick all over it. Here's my trivia for you. Here's a weird thing. I like to break down pumpkins. I like to take a sugar pumpkin, crack it open. I like to take the time to do the seeds and roast the seeds and do the. I enjoy doing that. It's a strange quirk, I know. But I had this what's it called? A fairy tale pumpkin that's been sitting on the table for, well, since October. I was like, okay, last weekend. This is the time I'm gonna break it down. So it was a big, really pretty gray pumpkin. Anyways, cracked it in half. Scooped out the seeds. Now the seeds are enormous. They're this big. I kid you not. They're huge. But I've been letting them dry out before I roast them. Those little suckers, the more they dry out, they have this little jacket on them. So when I go upstairs to make my tea, I have them laying like right by the microwave when I'm heating up my water, whatever. I just sit there and rub the little jackets off. It is the most weirdly satisfying thing ever. This weekend I'll roast the seeds. I'll let you know how they turn out. But these are strange things that you hear about on Live at the Loom. It's weaving and so much more. We talk whatever comes up, right? Connie says we had crock pot sweet and sour pork chops last night. That sounds delicious, Connie. Jennifer made chicken noodle and chili. Wow, everything for both came out of my freezers and pantry. Jennifer, you're the most self-sufficient person I know. That is and that is high praise. That's amazing. Yes. So let me know how your week has been. What has been happening with you besides making all the soups, which I love. That I could talk soup for a long time. Let me know how things are going. How are the resolutions, by the way? Because I know I asked if folks had kind of resolutions, wanted to start new habits, whatever that is. January is a nice time to start those things. So let me know how it's going. One of mine is to spend at least a few minutes every single day at the Loom. And I have to say, it's been going great. There are days that if I can eke out 10, 15 minutes, that's a good thing. But it doesn't matter. If I sit down and, touch the project and throw the shuttle a few times, it makes all the difference. So let me know how yours is going. Let me know how, if you made any resolutions, or if not, how your projects, we'll roll right in. How are your projects? Just let me know. Just bring me up to date, folks. Let me up to speed. Jennifer says she got her seed order in and had some sewing books. Okay, Jennifer, were you with me last week when I talked about the rabbit hole that is the seed catalogs? I'm new to all that, and I was like, oh, this could go south very fast. Sue Ann says also having pork chops, sous vide first, then seared. Oh, this sounds very fancy, Sue Ann. Yum, and a big potato. Yeah, Jody. Yesterday I had tomato soup. I'm canning from vegetables from the garden this summer. Wow, you guys are so good at that kind of stuff. Sam says, finish tying onto the pumpkin warp on the floor loom. I got it rolled onto the beam. Sam, okay, if you guys haven't seen Sam's pumpkin project, it is the cutest. It is so charming. And you know how you can see it? Let me share with you right here. You can see her. Where is it? Hold, please. There it is, right there. We have a Facebook group, the Acting Creative Community, which is folks that follow Live at the Loom and anything acting creative. Honestly, if you just want a place where you can kind of share your projects and ask questions and do all the fun things that you can do in a Facebook group, we have a spot right here. And Sam has shared her pumpkin project. It is so flippin' adorable. It is really, really sweet. So if you haven't joined us yet, do a little screenshot. I always push the little buttons on the screen. Yeah, do the little screenshot and grab that. If you type in groups under Facebook, Acting Creative Community, that's it'll come up for you. Here's just one note: you must answer the questions to come into the group. It is nothing personal. We just want to make sure we don't have any bots. We don't have any weirdos. Stranger danger. We don't want any of that. So you must answer the questions to come in and see Sam's pumpkins. It's worth it. I promise. It's totally worth it. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go. Sue Ann said, I've been committing to meditating at least a few minutes every day. That's a great goal. I used to have a daily practice for years. But lately, I've not been as committed to it. Recommitting. Sue Ann, my friend Laura and I have this great phrase. It just says, commitment is recommitment. It's all about you just keep starting, right? Which is awesome. This is a great goal though, Sue Ann. I'm really happy for you. That's a lovely one and makes me think that'd probably be helpful for me too. Lori says the week has flown by. I know what you mean, sister. I have been consistent at the Loom with elastic band exercise alpha meditations. Wow. I remember, Miss Lori, that you had a lot of things on your list, which is awesome. Jennifer's been spinning some yarn. Perfect. I'm trying to learn to spin a finer yarn. My goal for the month is to eat totally from what I have on hand. If anybody can do it, Jennifer Fowler, you can. So, okay. So Jennifer, this means like what do you do about dairy? Like, what do you do about those kind of things? Do you go get a gallon of milk and that's the exception? What do you do about those? Do you just not do dairy? I'm just curious. Jody says the first goal of the year is finished. Congratulations. That's huge. Cleaned the sewing weaving room. Jody, come on, girl. That is awesome. Gold star for you. Check that off the list. That's huge. Kudos to Jody. Everyone. Hi, Ellen. Finished scarves, sold one. Woohoo! Started a new batch of summer shawls. That's awesome. Okay, now, Ellen, here's my question. What makes them summer shawls? Is it the fiber? Is it the weight? Is it what? How do you distinguish like a summer shawl from a winter cozy shawl? I'm just curious. Oh, let's see. Look at all the good comments. Right, Connie says she can't turn off her brain to meditate. I understand. That'd be called monkey brain when you just can't turn it. It just keeps going and going and going. Hello, Rebecca from Kentucky/Kansas. Again, hello. Come join us anytime, my friend. Sam says she also finished the placemats on the table loom, taking them off today. Sam, you are just killing it. She's like, check, check, check. I'm doing all these fabulous, wonderful things. Yeah, there we go. Alpha brain meditations. I like that. Yeah. Okay, so here back to Ellen, who's doing summer weight shawls. She says it's the colors and the weight. Oh, colors, of course. Oh, that's logical. See, that makes sense. So you would have kind of a different color, set of colors than you do with the winter. Oh, see, I like that. Okay. I have to remember. Here's what I have to remember. See, I'm learning so much about having a mug warmer. You have to actually put the mug on the warmer for it to keep it warm. It doesn't magically keep it warm in your hands. Just we're learning things. Life skills, folks. What was it I learned last week? Don't touch the bottom after you've taken it off the mug warmer. It'll burn your hand. That's what I learned last week. This week, learning all the things. Okay, Jennifer says dairy is the exception. Yep, I can see that. Okay, but still, that is very impressive if you're doing all your breads and tortillas and vegetables and meat and everything. That's amazing. Okay, Carrie says I made again. Yeah, see? Commitment is recommitment. I get it. The resolution to exercise with my gym equipment. I've done it for 4 days now and rediscovered it's not healthy for me. Oh, interesting. Got a massive bruise on my shin when I banged into the rower. Oh, no, my friend Carrie. Don't be bruising yourself. I understand that. You know what's interesting though? And I think this is such a kind of interesting topic is the whole idea of resolutions. There are times when resolutions aren't good for you, right? And that sounds like a weird thing to say, but there is a real kind of art to doing resolutions. I come from a Catholic background and we would do during Lent, you give up something or you take on something. But one season, this was as an adult, I decided I was going to give up eating in between meals. Like I wasn't going to do any of that. Oh, you guys, this was so bad for me. And that sounds like a weird thing to say, but let me just say that by the time I got to a meal, I was like, okay, I'm going to plow through everything. Like it was not mentally good for me. So I understand the whole, you have to kind of finesse those resolutions so that they're healthy for you and they actually do what you're hoping they'll do. Yep. I hope your bruise goes away, my friend. Yes. Sue Ann says last week I finished summer and winter hand towels. Nice. I'm enthusiastically crocheting a baby sweater, and I'm in the middle of winding a new placemat warp. Ooh, very nice. What is your pattern for the placemats, Sue-Ann? We're very curious. Carrie says, tomorrow I'll concentrate on my hobbies, which are much less dangerous. Yes, we're all for that. Poor Carrie. Yes. See, you're here, Jody. She says she almost forgot it was Thursday to join you this morning. I know. I think the webinar last night threw us all off. We're like, wait, what day is it? I'm seeing Chris on the wrong day. What's happening? Right? I like it. Connie says, I never make resolutions. Okay, great. I found years ago that I don't keep them, so why bother? Okay. That is certainly yeah. If that works for you, of course, honey, don't do it if that's just going to lead to disappointment every time. Alex says, my dyed hanks 3 are drying. Look at you. You're becoming such a dyer, my friend. That's awesome. I'll skein them tomorrow. I'm back into my French lessons. I didn't know you're learning French. Pardon me. My to-do list is my daily resolution. It grows and shrinks equally, so it's always the same length. Ah, very nice. I like that. On my list one day, and I'm not in a place where I can commit to it now, but I really want to learn Spanish. In high school, I took 2 years of Latin. Oh, my friends, it's not a good idea. Don't, unless, I was never going to be like some kind of historian or, it was not great. So I didn't really ever learn a language in high school or even college. I took 1 semester, 2 semesters of French. It didn't go well. I think I'd be better at a language now, though, as I've gotten older. We'll see. One day. Hello, Michelle. Hello from North Carolina. Nice. One goal is to weave every day. See, you and me both, Michelle. I am right. We're right there on the same track. Where in North Carolina are you? Because I lived in Spartanburg, South Carolina for years. Mm-hmm. Yes. Lori says I don't like to call them goals. See. And okay, I love this because sometimes a word is triggering. You're like, okay, I don't like homework because I personally love homework, but some people are like, oh, like it's physics or calculus all over again. They're like, no, I can't call it homework. So if you call it something else, yeah. If you call them goals instead of resolutions. That's brilliant. There you go. Love that. Let's see. Sue says the patterns for the placemat is a twill I designed. Stripes using stone wash, cotton 5/2 in soft colors. Sue, this sounds beautiful. This sounds great. I love that. Let's see. Jody says it's snowing. Jody's in Arizona. Now she's kind of up. I know. I love the pictures you sent though, Jody. If you follow Jody on Cotton Clouds, she had posted some photos of she got some snow for sure. Oh no. Jennifer's been fighting cluster headaches all week, so being quiet. I'm so sorry. Just turn down the volume. I'm not very good at that. If you ever meet the Acton clan, you'll understand that I come by it honestly. My sweet sister-in-law Danielle, they have 2 boys. They have 2 boys that are 9 and 11, and she's always like, boys, inside boys, and I'm like, it's a losing battle, right? They're related to us, therefore going to be loud. So I'm so sorry, Jennifer Fowler, if you have to turn the volume way down to help with your headaches. Yep. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yes, I know people are very sympathetic. The headaches are nope. Michelle is 45 minutes northwest of Charlotte. Your oldest daughter lives in Spartanburg, little Sparkle City. Oh, you're in Hickory. Oh, I know Hickory. Oh yeah. See, look at that. Yeah. Yes. We are so sorry the weather is triggering all the things. Sherry says, I've been sick since Christmas, so I'm behind on resolutions. I understand that as well as weaving, but you're getting there. I know you are for sure. So Sherry Jansen, since you are top of mind right now, I wanted to let everybody know that I'm going to do a special presentation for the Des Moines Weavers Guild this Saturday. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be talking about color as a communication tool for weavers. And Sherry, remind me what time the meeting is for everyone else and for me too. I know I'm talking to Linda today, so I'm sure she'll clarify. But this Saturday, it's going to be virtual. So there is an opportunity for if by chance some of you don't live in the Des Moines, Iowa area, and you are interested in watching the presentation, there is a link you can sign up as a guest so you can watch. So Sherry, if you happen to be close and can post a link for that, you can go on to what is it? Is it DesMoinesWeavers.org? Oh no, what is that? I still haven't figured out how to turn that off. Someone needs to help me with that. How do you turn the little bubbles off? I don't know. I thought I had it and then I didn't. Clearly, as there's still thumbs. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, we'll see. If you guys look up Des Moines Weavers Guild, Weavers and Spinners Guild.org, something in there, look that up. And Saturday, I'll be giving a little presentation there. Yeah, should be very fun. All right. Priscilla says, no, hello, Priscilla. No resolutions for me. I do have a word of the year, which is peace. Oh, I love that. Peace is a great word. We could all use more peace in our life. Here we go. Sherry says the business meeting starts at 9:30. I believe I talk at 10:30. Perfect. Look at that. Sherry's so organized. Des Moines Weaversguild.org. Right there. See? You can come hang with us on Saturday. That'll be fun. It's going to be, here's what's, so, I love color. That's like my favorite topic. So it's just going to be, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really fun. Connie says she likes the thumbs. Leave that on. We'll see, Miss Connie Peterson. I don't know. I can hardly stand when I do the little, banner that, see, I don't know, things on the screen. I can do it for just a minute. And then I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. I get distracted. It must be that I get distracted easily. Go figure. Go figure. So here, I want to, before I forget about it, I mentioned it kind of at the top of the hour. Jennifer says the bubbles are funny. It looks like Chris is saying what's in them. I'm like, nope. Yeah. I don't know. I'll ponder the bubbles. Anyways, so I mentioned at the top of the hour, but there is still space in the webinar today at 2:00. Here, let me put up the link. Go to the website. There's a little pop-up button that comes up, and you can register. There's still space for the 2:00 today. Is the webinar. Free webinar is happening today. It's all busting the big myths about dressing the loom, and I'll let you guys in a little secret. There's going to be an extra special. There's going to be another session of the webinars. They went really, really well. So at least we've only had one, but the sign up has been great. So I'm going to do another one next Wednesday. So you'll see the option for the one next Wednesday if you haven't had a chance to register for today, or the timing is weird, or whatever that is. So go to the website there. There's a little pop-up. You can put in your name and email, and you'll be all set for the webinar either today at 2 or next Wednesday. I think at 6:00 is the one next Wednesday, which is the extra special bonus. You're the first to know. Look at you. Look at the bonuses to showing up for Live at the Loom. And, drumroll please, the doors for the Dress Your Loom course are open. Yay! I love this. It's a course that I created about a year ago, and I've had 2 sessions. I had a session last January and then last July, and it is all pre-recorded. However, it is one of those where you work through it for 6 weeks, and then once you register for the course, you have it forever and ever and ever. So if you want to start a project 3 months after the course ran, you have it available. You just press play and go through the whole thing. Anyways, needless to say, I'm so excited to teach this. It's really one of my favorite topics, and I'm really, I'm very excited to start work with this January class. So the doors just opened yesterday, and they are open through the 18th, next Thursday. You'll get plenty of reminders, I promise, and you'll hear lots more about it. But if you are someone who is just starting and you need a system for dressing your loom, if you're someone who has a system for dressing your loom, but you don't love it, you don't like it, it keeps you from weaving, which is, we don't like that. No. Or if you're someone who's just getting back into weaving from, maybe you did it once upon a time with Aunt Laura when you were a kid or in college, all that kind of good stuff. So keep an eye out. There are links. There will be links soon from all over the place, so you can sign up to be part of the January class for the Dress Your Loom course. Woohoo! Oh, Sandra just popped on. Sandra, we're waiting for you. This is perfect. Alberta is negative. Oh, this is Celsius. You have to translate for me. What is it? 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. Is that right? Someone let me know if I remember that right. Okay, it sounds cold. No matter what, it sounds very cold where you are, my friend. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen says the webinar was great. Thank you. It was fun. We had a very good time. I talked really, really fast. Wait, let me grab my tea. I got to tell you about this. So So one of my goals for this afternoon's webinar is to actually, to slow down just a touch. Because you know me, I get excited. I talk fast anyways, but yeah, I was, yeah, I talked pretty fast yesterday. So thankfully, now I warned folks at the beginning. I was like, okay, put on your seatbelts. Here we go. We had a lot to cover. We put a lot in 1 hour. It was a lot of fun. So thank you to everyone who joined us, and hopefully you'll enjoy the 2 o'clock one today. Okay, I say that it's time for us to do a little bit of weaving. Don't you think? I think. Look at me learning not to don't touch the bottom. It's going to be hot. I'm gonna take a swig. Oh, and it's just the perfect temperature. That makes me so stinking happy. Can I just tell you, and I know I have in the past, but for a tea drinker, tea that is cold or even lukewarm, it's just not nearly as enticing as tea that is the right temperature. So, Alex, if you're still on, you are brilliant, and I'm enjoying your mug warmer every single day. Well, every Thursday at least. Usually I suck down some tea so I don't need it to stay hot for a long time, but this is the one exception, so it's perfect. Okay, let's weave something, shall we? We have things to talk about. Okay. All right. So let me get you reorganized. You should see my setup. I'm using a different device for the webinars, so I have like everything stacked precariously, and there's a lot of things happening here. Hello, Dawn. She made it. Woohoo! Yay! Okay, so I'm working on my towels. These are cotton cloud towels. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. What they're called? Wait. Don't tell me. They're called Balancing the Elements towels. These are from Jody, Cotton Clouds. Woohoo! They're so pretty. I'm doing this version right here in the bottom, the kind of the earthy version, which I love some earth colors. Some earth colors. That sounds funny. Earthy colors. There we go. Browns and greens and rust colors, and I love all that stuff. Anyways, these are these are them. Such good grammar. These are them, folks. Yeah. So I have to tell you about what happened when I was weaving a couple days ago. So I had wound on my bobbin like normal, just carrying on, doing my thing, whatever. All of a sudden, I go to throw it and it locks up completely. And I was looking at this end here, and things were kind of loose and weird. But what I didn't realize is that the other end, it had slipped off the end of the bobbin and totally locked up down here. So like it just wasn't moving. Have you guys had this happen before? So that was the first thing. I must have wound the bobbin weird. That's the only thing that I can figure, because I then kind of slipped it out, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can get it off. So I kind of loosely wound it back on. No sooner the very next day I go to throw it, something weird happens again. It had wrapped, because I did it loose, it wrapped around and kept getting caught like underneath layers of other weft. It was the craziest thing, you guys. So here I am. I actually had to cut it at that point because I couldn't get in to loosen it up. It was crazy pants. I was like, I don't understand what's happening. I kept thinking, did someone come punk me? Did someone come in and like wrap it around and knot it somewhere? It was crazy. Have you ever had that happen? It's kind of like when you go to pull your stuff out of the washing machine and you have this like mass of like bras and shirts all intertangled. You're like, did someone like intentionally just mess? It's crazy. Anyways, that was the real excitement with this for the week, because I had 2 different days when I had trouble with the bobbin. So I must have wound it weird. That's the only thing I could figure, is I didn't keep like a nice even tension as I was winding it on. Okay, so tell me though, does this sound familiar? Has this happened to you? Yeah. Carrie says, yep. She's locking up happens when I throw the shuttle too fast. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Carrie. Sue Ann says, I hate that bobbin thing. I think it's happened when I wound too close at the end. I also had to cut the bobbin apart once because it was caught underneath, right? Such a pain. Yes. Dawn says, I can't use plastic bobbins because it happens every time. Oh, only wood bobbins for me. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that makes such a difference. That's fascinating. Thank you. Yeah, right? Crazy pants, right? Yes. Lillian says happened to her too. Hi, Lillian. How are you? Let's see. Connie says that happens if I don't pay attention when winding. But you don't need to cut it. You pull the bobbin partially out and pull the yarn until it is locked. You would think that might have worked, my friend, but believe me, I tried that. Okay, Ellen. Been there, done that. Yes, I believe it. Okay, Carrie says the bobbin is still spinning when it comes out the other end of the warp. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't happen to me very often. Now, here could be another factor in all as we're analyzing the situation, as we're analyzing the scene of the crime. Here is something else that I've kind of been playing with this because it's one color and it's back and forth. I have been trying not to futz with the what do I want to say, with the edges too much. So let me show you what I've been kind of playing with. So let me get things out of the way. Am I in the right place? I think I'm in the right place. I'm gonna clear the shed. Okay, so I have been trying not to, because I typically like to really control the edges, so I'm always kind of futzing with it and playing with it. So I've been trying to do less of that. So I wonder if that factored into it because I was like tossing it too fast. If it's spinning around, I don't know, you guys. It was a unique situation, but let me tell you about, if you're new and haven't seen me work on the project, let me tell you what is happening here. This is a quill. And the project, Jody did a lovely job. She gives you kind of the option. It's you can either do twill or plain weave for the towels, or mix it up, which whatever you like. But I love some twill. Don't get me wrong, I love some plain weave too. But I was feeling like it was a twill kind of project. So this is called a 2-2 twill, which means you're always going to have two shafts that are neighbors that are going to be up at the same time. So you have two shafts up and two shafts down. You see back here, the three. So I start with 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are up, right? And then as I move through, you just kind of shift one spot. So my next one is 2 and 3, 3 and 4. There we go. 4 and 1. I'm using the wrong foot. 4 and 1, and then you come back to it. So I'll bring you in. I'll lean you over so you can kind of see the angle that I'm creating. But it's just that easy. You always have two shafts, two neighboring shafts that are up and two that are down to create it. So here's what it looks like. I got 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Yeah, see, notice I'm trying not to futz with it. Just see how that feels. This is 3 and 4. This is 4 and 1. By the way, because this is a twill, see my lovely floating selvage? You pretty much have to, you don't have to, but it's really advised that you have floating selvages whenever you're doing twill because the way the pattern is, the weft yarn may not naturally go all the way to the edges every time. So the twill just stays in place so you can kind of keep wrapping around it every toss of that. Yeah. See, Priscilla says I try to, look at this. Priscilla says I try to sausage my bobbin so there isn't as much on the ends. Oh, aren't you smart? So you have it so it's bulkier in the middle than there is at the ends. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. Connie says even tension while winding and don't feel the ends too much. That works for me. Sometimes I get in a hurry at the winder, right? See, okay, I love these suggestions because like I said, it just doesn't happen to me very often. So I was very surprised that I was just going along, minding my own business, and suddenly it was not cooperating. Not even a little bit. Like locked up. Like get out the scissors, do some surgery. It was yeah. Okay, wait. Sandra's got a suggestion here for us. She says the closer to the end of the thread on the bobbin, the faster the bobbin turns. Okay, I can see that. When throwing your bobbin, when it comes out the other end, let's see. When throwing your bobbin, comes out the other end, gently put a finger on the bobbin to stop or slow it down. Oh, look at you guys. So smart. Okay, hold tight. I'm going to see if I can get you nice and close so you can see the lovely little angles I'm making with the twill. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Do you see that? This kind of motion. It's just like has this nice little line going diagonal through. So pretty, right? And I have to say that this project for me, just setting it up, not my favorite. It was there was too many color changes for me, Jody. You'll laugh because me and color changes. But I'm loving it now. It's gonna be so pretty when it's done. And sometimes that's eye on the prize. Where are we headed to? I love that. Laura's all in favor. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. So that is a project du jour. Now, do you know what I wanted to mention to you? is that here, this is my little measuring, I don't know if you can see it, it's different colors, like a light blue color. This is my measuring yarn. And what I did was where's my other one? Here it is. I knew I was doing 2 towels, so I cut 2 measuring yarns this exact same length, because I can't tell you how many times I've had a project and I did my little measuring. I'm like, okay, I'm going to measure until, like, say the hem section, because I'll switch up for the hems. I'll do like a plain weave instead of a twill, or so I'll have some indication where the hem is versus where the body of the project is. So I'll cut one, and then when it's time to cut the next one, I don't remember what I don't remember what the measurement should be. Have you done this? So that one towel ends up being, 27 inches long, and the next one is 29, because you did include the hem in one and you didn't in the other. Yeah. See, these are things you learn just from experience, just the school of hard knocks. So I then I did 2 of them, so I don't even have to think about it. So I'm like, okay, when this one's done, I will attach this one and I'll measure it out. So if you haven't used this kind of thing before, basically you just measure the length that you want your project to be, attach it to the fabric with like a little straight pin, safety pin, whatever you got, just so that you can tug on it so it won't go anywhere. And then when this is done, which looks like another, I don't know, 2-3 inches, I know for me, that's when I'll do the hem portion of this towel, which will lead into the hem portion of the next towel. And off we go. Right? And that is the end of that. Yes. Dawn says stripes in the Warp Road challenge was so worth it. Right? I agree. They're so pretty. And there's nothing quite like that. Hi, Linda. She says, need to try that. Still fairly new to weaving. Great inspiration. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Yep. See, Ernie's all in favor too. Measuring yarns, a nice idea. Thank you. And Lori, thank you, Lori. Carrie says, I use a tape measure. Okay. And pin it onto the woven fabric, moving the pins up every wind forward. That's a great idea. Yeah, I would think as long as your tape measure is really fine. You know what I've also seen is that sometimes I've seen those, like it's like a tape measure, but it's paper, which is kind of brilliant, because then it would have like no profile at all. It wouldn't build up on that part of the fabric. Dawn says, I cut a string to the length and knot it. Pull it through the start of the towel, not the hem. Okay. Then when it's done, pull the string to use for the next one. Oh, I'd have to see that, Dawn. How do you retrieve it? Cut a string to length and knot it. Pull through the start of the towel. I think I'm going to need a visual there, Dawn. That's fascinating. Oh, there we go. Lori says, I use IKEA paper tape measure. I think that's what I've seen, Lori. I think that's what the paper tape measure. Yeah. Alex says, I use a measuring yarn and I mark where the hem starts and ends. Perfect. See? What is this? Priscilla uses receipt tape. Aren't you crafty? That's awesome. You guys are the most creative, like resourceful people ever. I love that. Excellent. So that is my project that I'm working on. You guys, I made a note. I'm going to put a little stripe in like I did last time. So both towels will have a little stripe, just to give it a little extra flair. Not that they're not beautiful, but the way they are, because they are absolutely beautiful. But I thought, I have other colors to use, so I might as well toss those in. So that is the project du jour from this side of the screen, my friends. Let's see, what else do we have to talk about today? We talked about Des Moines on Saturday. Oh, if any of you lovely people are local, which I don't know that we have any locals on, but just in case, just in case, I am going to be teaching a class, a beginning weaving class called Let's Throw a Shuttle. And it is 4 consecutive Mondays starting January 29th. And the students, well, you need to be over 55. It is for that demographic. I want to work with just those folks that are, have seen some life. This is through a grant from the Indiana Arts Commission. Shout out to the Indiana Arts Commission. We love them. They're amazing. They have provided me with a grant so that I can offer this class to the community at a greatly discounted rate. And we're just gonna have a blast. There's 8 spots. Starts the 29th. It's 4 consecutive Mondays, plus we have a little reception at the end so we can show off all of our amazing work. So if you're close, come on by, register. It's at 3 Moons Fiberworks. The link is up there. So look at you guys with all of the good ideas. So Anne says she uses a tape measure to measure from the start, then tie a tiny loop at the edge to mark how many inches. For whatever reason, I have preferred that over running a string or a tape alongside. I like it, Sue-Ann. Connie says she uses pins. 1 pin for 3 inches, 2 pins for 6. Oh, I see. I see that. Thread for a foot. Wow, look at you. This is a whole system, Connie. This is fantastic. Linka, hi, Linka. I tie a string through about 1/2 inch on the edge of the towel and measure from the hem or the last string and just keep track in a notebook. I just untie the last string. I love it. And use it for the next marker. That is awesome. There we go. Absolutely. Do you know what? The 55 and up, I got to say, they're really my people. That is really, yeah. I love that. I love people that have seen some life. Okay, friends, I think we are pretty much wrapped up. Don't forget, if you haven't joined our Acting Creative Community Facebook page, we are saving you a seat. Come on over, and we would love to have you. Don't forget, you have to answer the 2 questions to get into the Facebook group. Otherwise, come on over. What is this, Dawn? I've never wanted to be 54 before now. The big 50 is this year. Dawn, you are going to love it. I can say for a fact that being in your 50s, pretty darn good, I gotta say. So Connie says, I've been weaving longer than some of you have been alive. I started a system a very long time ago. We believe that, Connie. Connie's on it. So let's see. Emails. That's the last thing we have to talk about is emails. If you are not yet part of the email community and getting the weekly love notes, come on over. I usually submit like a little note from here and just make sure that you're up to date and that you have all the latest and greatest from here. Lori says Carrie says the big 60 is even better. There we go. Jody says I don't usually pay much attention to getting the same length and give 1 towel as a gift and keep 1 so I don't need to match. Aren't you clever? I didn't know that was your plan. That's awesome. Lanita, we're so glad you're here. Come hang with us anytime. Honestly, yes. Okay, friends, one last reminder. Don't forget that there is still space in the webinar this afternoon at 2 p.m. Central Time. So go sign up for that. Or the top secret, soon to be announced webinar that will happen next Wednesday. So it's the same topic, but it's a matter of if you weren't able to make the other ones, sign up for one of those. And check out the Dress Your Loom course. It is you can only register for a very short amount of time. It's basically 1 week from today is when the doors close. So check that out. See if that's a good fit, if that can be a really helpful tool for you, because I am here for you. I want us all to be weaving in 2024. That should be the theme. I think so. Okay, next week's wide open. I think we're good. I'll be right back here. I'll be right back here. Same time, same channel, all of the good things. So your homework, you know what your homework is, right? Do something creative and good for yourself this week, whether that be starting a project, finish a project, throw a shuttle, pet your yarn, organize your craft room, whatever that looks like. Do something just for you, friends, not for, spouses and kids and neighbors and friends and all of that kind of stuff. They're lovely people, but you got to feed your soul. So find a little moment this week where you can do that. And next Thursday, I'll be right back here and we will have much more fun then. There's a chance I may still be weaving Lori's beautiful towels. We'll see how far I get. All right, friends. Let's see. Oh, wait, Sarah says she has a question, but she's too close to the end. Sarah, pop it in the notes right quick. Let's see. We'll see if we can squeeze you in, right? Yes. Yeah. Lori says, love the energy. Such an awesome weaver's vibe. We try. All right, Sarah, what's the question? I'm gonna take a sip. Pop it in the notes. We'll wait for you. Hang on. That's a big swig. Ooh, still the right temperature. Thank you, Alex Madison. All right, Sarah. Nope. No, I don't see it yet. Okay, I tell you what, Sarah, you can email me at chris@actingcreative.net or pop up in the Acting Creative community. There's lots of people that are very generous with their knowledge. There we go. Okay. Here's Sarah's question, you guys. We'll squeeze her in. Can you do pretty complex weaving without having a multi-shaft loom? Absolutely. Have you met Michelle Marshall? You should talk to Michelle Marshall. Michelle is a rigid heddle weaver, and she does incredible things on her rigid heddle for sure. She said, for instance, like weird twills. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can do. I think you can do pretty much all the all the things. My rigid heddle friends have assured me that anything you could do on a 4 shaft or an 8 shaft, you could figure that out for a rigid heddle for sure. Is that what you have, Sarah, as a rigid heddle? Yeah, you absolutely can. And yes, and Sarah, and like I said, if you're not part of if you are new to all of this, here, I'll put this up really quick for you, just for you, Sarah. Come join us over in the Facebook. If you do Facebook at all, this is a wonderful community of lots of very smart, experienced, generous, supportive people, I gotta say. So come over to the community. It's a great place to ask questions and show your work and all those good things. Pardon me. Okay, now it's time, my friends. It's been so much fun. Thank you for joining me today, and let's do it again next Thursday, shall we? And if I, if I don't see you before then at one of the fabulous webinars. Okay, have a fabulous, wonderful, amazing week. How many more adjectives can I find? And of course, here's what I'll leave you with. Happy weaving.